So this is kind of a surprise video. NewTubers went on hiatus because of some scheduling issues. When I put together when we would be posting again, I started to panic because a lot of people do make New Year's resolutions and start AuthorTube channels, and I don't want this to be a 47-hour long video that takes me 3.5 weeks to edit because of all the graphics. So I'm going to give you guys all of the NewTubers I have up until now, which today is the... Okay, I'm going to give you everyone I found up to December 29th. Anyone I find after this will go on the next list, but I wanted to make sure I got this list because I'm up to like 22 people. And while these do go pretty fast, every one of these takes quite a bit of time with the graphics and stuff. So I just wanted to make sure that I don't end up with a video so long I can't reasonably edit it and you guys don't get it in time. So this is going to be the very last NewTubers of 2019. And I think I'm just going to get started. Quick disclaimer at the beginning of this is that there are more names on this that I think I might butcher than there usually are. So if I do say your name and you see your name up on whichever side I put it on, and it is correct written, but I say it like a moron, that is a me problem. I'm trying, but pronunciation of names I'm not familiar with is not my strong suit. So please be patient with me, rather than me stopping each time to tell you I might mess it up. Just understand that if I mess it up, it was not on purpose. Livy Skelton Price writes thriller. Defiant Dame writes K-pop romance, sci-fi, paranormal, fantasy, adventure, and teen drama. I believe that there were others, but I got as many as I could. DNK Riss writes YA fantasy adventure. World Creators Club with Rebecca writes YA dark fantasy. Author Omari Cunningham writes superhero. Diana Martins writes fantasy and romance. Alexandria Stewarts writes contemporary fantasy. A Break from Reality writes dark contemporary fantasy. Agnes Ann writes apocalyptic dystopian sci-fi. Phoebe Davey writes fantasy, supernatural, and dystopian. Jennifer Pendragon writes YA and NA romance, Western, sci-fi, and magical realism. Retro RA writes literary fiction, contemporary fiction, and historical fantasy. Michelle G writes YA fiction, paranormal, romance, dystopian, and others. Writing with Lilith writes fantasy, sci-fi, romance, and urban paranormal. TJ Cedarloff writes children's. Vicky S. writes fantasy and supernatural. And Tawana K. Watson writes horror. This week we do have a few people who I don't know what genres they write in, but I'm going to go ahead and list them off together so that their names can be on screen a little longer. Marcus Vance, Anthazar, Nicole Olia, keerlai, and Ariana Bagnato. I hope you guys had a wonderful New Year's, and I'll see you guys again as soon as I get another list together. Hopefully it'll be the first and third Wednesday of every month this year. I think that does it for this list. Don't forget that there are links down below to all of those creators. Down below is also my Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Snapchat, Patreon, anywhere you might want to find me. Don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button if you want to catch all of these in the new year. I will be making a new playlist of them for 2020, so you can know which videos came from which years. I want to make sure that this is pretty easy to follow. My YouTube's kind of a mess, but yeah, so don't forget to click on all the links down below, including the AuthorTubers Unite website, which I just started, which is partly to help bring together AuthorTubers so that we can all find the same content and we can kind of better ourselves and better our community together. If you have any ideas about that, please let me know personally down below. Send me a message on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, any of the places that are listed down below, and I'll do my best to do what I can. So web design is not my thing. It is something I am slowly learning, and I'm using WordPress, so it's barely web design. So let's be real. Anyway, have a good week and good writing. Bye.